Unit 10. Lesson 1. Reading. Objectives. Read a play script. Reading skill. Scan for main facts. Activity 1. Discuss the questions. 1. Which books, TV programs or films do you like? I enjoy reading mystery novels and watching horror films. 2. Do you like detective stories? What do you think makes a good detective? Yes, I do. I think a good detective should be clever, creative and organized. Look at the picture. Where do you think they are? They are at a museum. What's the man in the brown coat doing? He is interviewing the suspects. Who do you think he is? He is a police officer. Why do you think the other people look worried? They are worried that they might be found guilty of a crime. What type of story do you think this is? This is a detective story. Activity 2. Read the script quickly and answer the questions. 1. How many suspects are there in the robbery? 2. Who left the museum with a big bag? 3. Who was the thief? Now, you are going to read a play script. Let's look at the list of characters. Inspector Fox, a police officer. Pat Plump, a businessman. Lucy Specs, a university student. Tim Tall, a school student. Miss Pepper, Tim's teacher. Dr. Green, a doctor. And Sue Snaps, a photographer. Can you match the characters to the people in the picture? Let's read the play script.
The robbery.
You're all here because there was a robbery at the museum yesterday.
We're all suspects, aren't we, Inspector?
Yes, you are. I'm sorry. A valuable dinosaur egg is missing from the museum. Someone stole it yesterday evening.
That's terrible.
You were the only visitors in the museum at the time of the robbery. I'm taking statements about where you all were at 5 o'clock. Mr. Plump, where were you?
I was drawing hieroglyphics in the Egyptian room. It's my favorite hobby.
Collecting dinosaur eggs is also one of your hobbies, isn't it?
That's not a crime, is it?
Miss Specs, the CCTV camera shows you leaving the museum with a large bag at 5 o'clock.
Yes, it was my brother's birthday. I bought him a present in the museum shop. I can prove it. Here's the receipt showing what I bought.
Okay, thank you. Now, who's next? Tim, isn't it?
Yes, Inspector. I was at the museum on a school trip.
But the trip ended at 4 o'clock. Why were you still here at 5 o'clock?
I can answer that, Inspector. Tim lost his school bag and went to find it. Then he got lost. I went to look for him and found him in the Chinese room at 5 o'clock.
Okay. What about you, Miss Snaps?
I was in the restoration room looking at some old paintings.
Did anyone see you?
Yes, I talked to the museum guard.
He saw me go in at 5:15 and leave 20 minutes later.
How interesting. Then, Dr. Green, it seems that you were the only person who was in the dinosaur room at 5 o'clock yesterday.
Yes, I was there all afternoon. I was doing some research on dinosaur eggs, but I didn't steal the egg.
He's lying, Inspector. He was the only one there. He must be the thief.
Actually, Miss Specs, Dr. Green is not the thief.
Really? How do you know?
Because the egg wasn't in the dinosaur room at 5 o'clock. It was in the restoration room for cleaning. And that's when Miss Snaps stole it.
I didn't steal it. I only borrowed it. I wanted to take a photograph of it in my garden for a magazine. I was going to put it back today, but I haven't had time yet. Look, here it is.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've solved the crime. Can we all go home now?
Yes, you can. Except for you, Miss Snaps. You'll have to come with me.
1. How many suspects are there in the robbery? There are 6 suspects. 2. Who left the museum with a big bag? Lucy Specs left the museum with a big bag. 3. Who was the thief? Sue Snaps was the thief. Vocabulary. Borrow. To receive and use something that belongs to another person and give it back later. Can I borrow your laptop? I'll give it back tomorrow. Crime. An activity or action that is against the law. Robbery is a serious crime. Hobby. An activity that you enjoy doing in your free time. Lie. To say something that isn't true. He lied about where he was yesterday afternoon. Prove. To show that something is true. The detective proved that she was the thief. Robbery. The crime of stealing from somewhere or someone. The thief stole £100,000 in the bank robbery. Solve. To find out the answer to a problem, crime or mystery. The police solved the crime very quickly. Statement. Something someone says about a crime and a police officer writes down. He gave a statement about where he was on the night of the robbery. Suspect. A person that you think is guilty of a crime. The police are interviewing 4 suspects about the robbery. Valuable. Worth a lot of money. This diamond necklace is extremely valuable.